Hello, welcome to this next session of Living in Flow. My name is Sarah Nolan, and I help parents and entrepreneurs to release struggle and force and to create a life of ease and flow. And with entrepreneurs, that shows up as sales becoming a whole lot easier, scaling your business becomes a whole lot easier, attracting the right clients, having the right schedule, the most aligned partners, all becomes easy and fun with this system. So today, I'm going to be sharing with you about how I went from 10% sales rate to over 70% sales rate. And when I first realized that this had happened, I couldn't even believe it because I had gone through a whole year or more of almost zero sales and just constant sales calls, and there was frustration, and I felt like unworthy, and I had all the shame come up, and it was really terrible. It was, I don't know if you, oopsies, sorry about that. I don't know if you have ever experienced something like that yourself, but say hello in the comments. I see we've got some people here live with us. Say hi in the comments and let me know, have you ever struggled with sales, and like what was your lowest sales percentage? I think mine was 0 to 10%, and it was something that I really struggled with. And I'm the kind of person where if there's something that's holding me back, I will find a way to not only overcome it, but master it. So I tend to master the things that I have the most challenge with, and that's what my clients and students do as well. So, oh my gosh, I forgot to turn my notifications off. All right. So first, I want to share with you some of the mistakes that I made. And this is not about sales process, guys. Like, I'm not a sales trainer. I'm an inner game trainer. And so it doesn't matter what sales process you're using. I was using a proven sales process. I was using a sales process that was designed to help people to create 6 figures a month in their business within the first few months of using it. And I did not experience anywhere near that. I don't think I made a dime during that program because my inner game was so far off. And I really learned some powerful lessons through these mistakes. So I want to share those with you now. And again, if you're just showing up, then please type hello and introduce yourself in the comments. I want to see who's here so I can say hi to you. Okay, so the first mistake that I made was I was too focused on immediate gains and not the long game. I had some pretty high goals that I was reaching for, and I was almost obsessed with immediate progress. And I was under that spell that so many influencers preach about, make $1 million next month. I had fallen for that. And so I had these unrealistic goals for myself. And I became way too focused on immediate gains. So what happened was I got into this failure mindset where I was not seeing the massive wins that I was experiencing because I was so focused on the fact that I wasn't meeting those immediate goals, or I couldn't see it. Number 2 was I was talking to unqualified people because I was almost like desperate to reach my goals, because I was so motivated and so passionate about making that impact. I was talking to people that I had no business talking to. And that's something that a lot of people experience, especially when we're people pleasers, because we see there's interest and we want to help that person, but we can't help everybody. And if we're trying to help everybody, then we're helping nobody. And that is what I learned in my year of basically no sales was I'm not actually helping anybody. I'm trying to, because I'm trying to help everybody, but I wasn't helping anybody. That's not true. I was helping people, but not nearly to the extent that I was able to once I got more focused. And I was not decisive enough. Okay. The next mistake I made was I had mental blocks about selling. Now, this is the most important thing. I had mental blocks about selling. This is, sorry, my phone is going crazy. This is why I say that it doesn't matter what sales process you're using. If you have fears or beliefs about your worthiness that are getting in the way of your success, then none of them are really going to work. So this is what I did to fix it and to astronomically and exponentially grow my sales rate. So, and this is what I do for my clients as well. I have clients who, after the first session, they have their biggest sales month ever, and then they just continue on with that momentum. I've had a couple of clients the next day, they did $100,000 in sales. Now they were set up to be able to do that, but it's something where they were struggling and kind of stuck in their business, and then they immediately had $100,000 in sales right after. So this is really powerful. Once you make that energetic shift, that deep level shift, then everything changes. Okay. So I released the mental blocks using my signature process, energetic emotional release technique. I made a clear decision about who I'm selling to, which are parents and impact-driven entrepreneurs like coaches, trainers, speakers, and authors. Now, I was trying to sell to musicians and athletes and, all kinds of, like, everybody before, but I really narrowed it down to impact-driven entrepreneurs and parents to really get focused on it. And ultimately, I really focus on coaches. That's like my top number one, a coach who's also a parent. And when I got clear on that, everything started opening up. Okay. And focusing on the long game of relationship building. Now, this is one of the biggest things, and this is why in my invitation earlier I had said that this process that I'm sharing with you is really powerful for empaths and for introverts, because we're really good at intimate relationships, and the more you can build these intimate relationships, the better. And it's a long-term process. So I started first focusing on who, instead of like, what do I want? I focus on who do I want in my life. And I started focusing on people that I wanted to grow with. I wanted to do life with these people. If I came across somebody who wanted help, but they didn't seem like somebody that I wanted to do life with, and I had to be decisive, I had to be confident in my own, my own personal boundaries to distinguish, do I really want to do life with this person or not? And once I started talking to those people, it was, realistically, it was like 90% sales rate, because we had such a resonance and such a high trust level. And sometimes the sale didn't come right away. Sometimes it would be after like a few days, weeks, months, even a year of cultivating a relationship. And then there really was no sale to be had. It was just a transition into a more formal relationship. Does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions? I feel like I've talked a lot. So if you have any questions, feel free to type them in the comments. Okay. The next step was falling in love with not just the process. Like everybody says, fall in love with the process, right? So I fell in love with the process, but I also fell in love with my prospects and making those people, like I said, it's all about who you know and who you are focusing on. Then everything else became so much more natural. And remember, the first step was fixing any mental blocks that I had about sales. And that's actually how this whole process came about. Was I was so fed up with my sales track record. I was just beyond frustrated. I just felt horrible about myself, and I knew like it can't, this it has to be better than this. It has to get better from here because I was at the lowest of my low. And so I really dug down deep, and I really dug into the process that I use for myself and my clients and said, okay, how can I apply this to my life and to myself so that I can transform my sales? And so what I did was first of all, I released fears and released any limiting beliefs that I had. And I also up-leveled the part of my subconscious that guides and directs my sales. I've been doing sales for a long time with various products, and the part of the version of myself, like the 12-year-old me who used to sell crafts when I was a kid, that same part of myself was driving my sales process as, an adult mother. And so what I did was I have a special process, like I said, it's called energetic emotional release technique, that I used to up-level that part of my subconscious and to, really align my subconscious with my current desires and my current conscious beliefs. Now, for some of you who haven't really done much with this type of work, this might sound really weird. You may not really understand it. That's totally fine, because I'm going to guide you through an exercise right now to get started with this. Okay. So if you're able to just, sit down someplace comfortable, get into a quiet place. And if you're not able to do that, you can come back to this and do it some other time, or you can just listen to it. But again, you can come back to it and really do it in a place where you can be quiet. So this is going to involve a little bit of interaction with you. So if you can type in the comments, what is your ultimate intention for your sales process in the outcome of your sales? Like, how do you want your sales to look? How do you want it to feel? How do you know if you're successful? How often do you want to be making sales? What do you want your sales numbers to look like? So type that in the comments, or you can even send me a message, whatever you're comfortable with. I know depending on your situation, it might feel a little bit private. But you can really talk about, the biggest thing is a feeling. Like, do you want it to feel hard? Do you want it to feel fun? Do you want it to feel exciting? Do you want it to feel invigorating? Really think about and make that decision. How do you want this to be? And you get to choose that because you are the leader of your business and of your life. Okay. So the next step is we're going to release resistance to success. And this is where I'm going to have you get into a quiet space. If you're able to, you can close your eyes. I just realized my microphone is way over here. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes too to help me to really tune into this. And again, this is a process that works with the subconscious. And so just really tune into yourself and observe your thoughts and feelings. And notice what comes up for you. And coughing is a sign of releasing. So things are already releasing. So we're going to release resistance to success. And as we do this, feel where that resistance has been held in your body. And really feel like, what is this resistance? Is it a belief? Is it a fear? Is it anger? I've seen all kinds of things. There's a lot. I can already feel there's a lot releasing. There's always a lot releasing in this group when I do these. Okay. So now we've released resistance to success, and some of you may not have felt a thing. Some of you may have felt like this subtle shift in your body. You might feel a little bit lighter. Everybody's experience is different. You'll really know with your how it has shifted with your inspiration, like the thoughts and ideas that come to you. you'll start noticing things a little bit different. And now we're going to up level, and I call it your business guide. Your business guide is that part of your subconscious that drives your sales process, okay? So we're going to up level your guide to be in complete alignment with that intention that you wrote down. Now, if you will take just another second to write down your intention, and if this is the first time doing this, then you can just quickly jot something down like, I want to have this number of sales per week, or I want to have this dollar amount of sales per week or per month, or I want my sales to just be super fun and easy. Okay. So again, now you can close your eyes, and we're going to up level that part of your subconscious, your business guide, or your sales guide, actually. We're going to up level your sales guide to be in complete alignment with your intention. And I'm just going to give an example of an intention because I think this is a great intention to have for sales. I'm going to up level our business guide to be in complete alignment with having regular, consistent, and predictable sales with a very fun and easy process where everybody wins. And take a deep breath. And you can read your intention, really feel that in your body. Okay, perfect. Take another deep breath. And you can open your eyes and just notice how you feel. Notice what's different. And again, it might be super subtle, or you might have a very significant shift. So one more thing, I'm just going to grab, let's see. Oh, okay, I guess I don't have it here. Anyway, so that was the exercise, and sharing my process of how I went from 10% sales rate to 70 or more. It really was more like 80 to 90%, but that feels a little bit extreme. So it's safe to say 70. And it had nothing to do with like having some special sales process. Like I said, I was using a sales script and a process and everything that was designed to make 6 figures a month. And it wasn't until I really worked on my inner game and the energy, because everything is energy, that I started seeing a real shift. And now, like, I don't have any kind of a script, and I just have regular conversations with people that I love. So if you have any questions, type it in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about the energetic emotional release technique that we use to release the limiting beliefs and reprogram the subconscious mind and the cells, I mean, this works way beyond sales. This goes into our relationships, our marriages, our children. It helps us to sleep better at night. It helps us to, achieve our health goals, helps to heal the body. It really works on every part of life. So it works on the whole person. If that's interesting to you, then shoot me a message or comment below, just letting me know you want more information about that. I also posted in the description of this video a YouTube video, it's a quantum shift meditation that you can use before your sales calls so that you are energetically and emotionally set up for success on your next sales call. And the more you listen to these meditations, the deeper they work for you. So a lot of people listen to them every single morning as part of their morning ritual. And when you go to that YouTube channel, you're going to see there's a bunch of different quantum shift meditations, and you can just pick out the ones that, you really resonate with at the time. I'm going to be uploading some more. So again, let me know if you have any questions, if you want to share any, I'd love to hear about your experience with that exercise. And feel free to reach out if you need anything else. Let's see. Okay, so Cindy says, I have a sales job and I have to follow a script. Oh my gosh, this would totally help you, Cindy. Yes. So I personally don't enjoy scripts, but if you do, I mean, a lot of people really like scripts. And especially if you have to use a script, then definitely use that script. And this will help the script work even better for you. Does that make sense? So I have nothing against sales scripts. I just know I personally am not a fan of them, and I know a lot of people can have a hard time with them if they're not, kind of in, like, I'm not a salesperson, like that's not my job. And I know a lot of other business people out there, business owners out there are also like that. So let's see. All right. Well, have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday, and I will talk to you all soon.